trees make a beautiful addition to any garden, adding shade, gorgeous colour, fruits and flowers, shelter, and a new home for your garden's wildlife. Today, I'm going to share some tips on how to stake and plant your new tree that will give it the best start possible and have it turn into a big, beautiful tree like this one. When selecting a tree from your local nursery, it's really important we pay attention to the shape and structure of the branches and the trunk. Ideally, you want the trunk to be straight and, if grafted, the graft at the base to be as straight as possible. Grafting is a technique where you join two plants to one. A lot of trees are grafted onto rootstock, which is much stronger and faster growing. When digging the hole for your new tree, you'll need to make it around 3 times the size of the pot. This allows the new roots to grow much more freely through the soft backfill and will help the tree establish more quickly. So, if you buy a big tree, you better be ready to dig a big hole. If you are planting the tree into lawn, make sure you remove all of the grass from the hole you have dug. This way, the tree can absorb all of the water and nutrients without having to compete with the grass. Try and remove any excess soil from the grass patches to save for filling in the hole later. Once you have dug your hole, place the tree in it to check that the top of the potting mix is level with the ground. If it's too low, it could pool water, and if it's too high, it could dry out. Now we know the levels are right, remove the tree and score the sides and base of the hole with a spade. This is my top tip to help the roots penetrate the soil. It's now time to place your tree in the hole. When taking it out of the pot, give the roots a little tease to help them reach out into the new soil. When positioning, do a walk around the tree and find its best side. Then face that side towards wherever it is seen from most. Once you have positioned your new tree, you need to backfill around it with the soil you have dug out. I like to do this in 3 stages by putting 1/3 of the soil in, then compacting firmly by hand, not stomping with your feet. Now repeat the process. This method removes any air pockets under the soil that may dry the roots out. By compacting with your hands, it assures the soil isn't too compact for the new roots to penetrate. When it comes to staking a tree, I actually prefer not to stake where possible because it forces the tree to stabilise itself much quicker, but in some cases, we just don't have a choice. Whether it be that the tree is too big and will catch a lot of wind, or the tree is really small and wispy and can't hold itself up. If you are going to stake your tree, here's a few tips to help you get it right. Step 1. Position the first stake on the side the wind comes from. Then place the other 2 in equal thirds around the tree. Step 2. Place the base of the stake around 20 to 30 centimetres past the edge of the hole. We need to make sure we stake into the hard ground and not the soft backfill. This way, the stake is much more solid. Hold the stake on a slight angle away from the tree and knock it down until it feels secure. Step 3. I like to use Hessian tree ties because they are strong, but most importantly, gentle on the bark of the tree. If it's a really small tree, I use a cotton tree tie for the same reasons, they're just a little finer. Staple the Hessian to the back of the stake. If you have a staple gun, great. If not, you can pick one up from your local hardware store. It's a really worthwhile investment. Now, find a branch to go over. This prevents the Hessian from sliding down. Then pull the Hessian back to the stake with a slight tension and staple off. Don't be shy with the staples either. If you can't get hold of a staple gun, you can always tie it off instead by repeating the same process of finding a branch to go above, but when pulling tension back to the stake, wrap the Hessian around at least once, then tie it off. This stops the Hessian from sliding down the stake. Step 4. Give the tree a really good soak with Hoselink Seaweed tonic to help combat stress and shock. Then continue to give it a weekly drink of tonic for the next month. During the growing season, I recommend using Hoselink's garden fertilizer every 2 to 3 weeks to keep your tree nourished and healthy. Now, kick back, relax, and watch your tree grow.